what's going on, everybody? This is Shane Baker with Shane Baker Studios, and today I want to tell you about a group that I founded about 9 months ago. It's a local group. It's called the Arizona Creative Professionals, and it is the best resource for models, makeup artists, stylists, designers, photographers. If you want to plug into the local scene and you want to challenge yourself, and you want to do it in a safe environment, this is definitely the group for you. You've got to check it out. So there's a few things that we do to maintain the quality of the group. Now, let me tell you why I started this. 9 months ago, there's a ton of Facebook pages locally for trade for print work, a lot of model makeup artist pages, things like that. And, not to take anything away from them, but I was looking for something a little bit higher quality. I was looking for something where I could be held accountable to my goals as an artist and to be challenged. And what I noticed in a lot of those groups, it seemed like people would just go online, they throw their newest photo that they took, and you wouldn't see them again or hear from them again until they had another photo to post on there. So there wasn't a lot of interchange. There wasn't a lot of value shared between the members of the group. And the other thing that I noticed is a lot of the models were complaining about what they call GWCs. It's guys with cameras, right? So we all know what those are. Those are those creepy, weird guys with a camera, and the only reason they've got a camera, they're doing things or calling themselves a photographer, is because they want to see beautiful girls scantily clad. Weird, right? Weird, creepy guys. I'm a dude, and they even give me the creeps. So one of the reasons we wanted to create this group was to make sure that we create an environment where those people were not a part of it, and we also wanted to keep away flaky models, makeup artists, stylists, designers, even photographers that just don't show up, or they make commitments and they don't follow through with them when they say they're going to share their images, whatever it might be. So what I decided to do was create a closed group. Now, the only way that you can get into the Arizona Creative Professionals is by following two criteria. The first one, you have to be vouched for by a current member. And that even went for me. So when I first started this, there was only a handful of artists. And we basically kind of vouched for each other, I guess, you know what I mean? Goes without saying that, I'd be vouched for since I created the group. But what happens is if you submit a request to join the group a couple times a week, we take about 40 people and we submit them in their names to the group. And the group then votes on the people that have been submitted. They could vote yes for you. Very simple, self-explanatory, or they can vote no. And they can tell me why it is that they're voting no. Maybe it's a photographer that makes models feel really uncomfortable, or maybe it's a model with too big of an ego. She doesn't really plug in, add a lot of value, and she flakes out on a lot of photo shoots, whatever it might be. So those are reasons why somebody wouldn't make it into this group. So vouching for somebody doesn't mean that you just know them or have seen their work online. It means that you've literally worked with them on a set. Now, another photographer can vote and vouch for another photographer that he shot next to. Maybe they did a collaboration, or they're in an event together, or like a Raw award show or something like that. And what they're looking for is attitude. We're not looking for quality portfolio. You can be a complete amateur hobbyist, or you can be the best professional. That's not what's going to get you in or out of the group. What we're looking for is your attitude. Are you learning based? And if you're learning based, you're a great fit for the Arizona Creative Professionals. The other thing that we do is we require every member to have an active portfolio online. So if you have a personal Instagram page and the only thing you've got on there is a bunch of selfies, that's not going to cut it. You're not going to get into the group until you create a profile. I don't care if it's a free Wix site, a free Facebook page, where it's dedicated to you solely as an artist, which means the only thing that goes on there is not your personal issues and the things that you want to share from your personal life with your family and friends. The only thing that goes on that page is content geared and directed to whatever your art is. So if you're a photographer, it's your photography page. If you're a designer, it's your designer stuff. If you're a makeup artist, it's your makeup artist stuff. So we want to make sure that every member has a portfolio. And those are the two big criterias for becoming a member of the group. So some of the things that we do, I'll tell you, we've got 2 member events each month. The first one is a members-only event. And what that means is the only way you're going to get into this event is if you're an active member of the group. You show up, we give you a challenge, This past month, we did a color challenge. Every group got together and they were given a random color that they had to photograph and incorporate somehow into the group. Now, here's what's really cool about it. Aside from just being a model or a makeup artist, photographer, and coming to the group, I'll notice a lot of the shoots that I was going on, I would show up and maybe I was like one of 30 photographers and there was maybe 3 or 4 models there. That was really, really weird. Having like 10 photographers kind of fighting for space around like 1 or 2 models. It just wasn't my thing. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't get a lot of value from it. It was weird. And so this group, those member-only events, what happens is you have to form a team before you show up to the event. Your team has to consist of a model and a photographer at a minimum. In addition, we highly recommend you get a makeup artist, a stylist, and as a bonus, a designer. They're a little bit more rare, but a great designer to plug into your group so that when you show up, you're not having to fight for space around a model around with 20 other photographers. You've already got your model ready to rock and roll. You've got a concept ready to go. And so you're learning team building skills. You're learning how to reach out to other artists that you've maybe not have collaborated with before. And you're learning how to execute an idea in a studio environment or out on location at a really high level. And while you're there, you're learning from the other teams who are shooting their concepts and their ideas, and you're watching them and what they're doing and what you like and what you don't like. The other event that we host is an open invite. So this is an event where active members can invite people that aren't members of the group, have them come and join us. If you've heard about the group and you haven't been vouched for yet, you want to come check us out, see what it's about, you come to these events. And this gives us an opportunity to get a feel for you as an artist and your mindset. And so those are the 2 really big valuable pieces. The biggest thing is we look to create an environment that is safe. And I don't mean just with the people around, but I mean being creative. Your feelings get hurt pretty easily. So this is an environment where you can come in, you can try new things out. You're expected to fail as often as possible within this group because that means you're trying new things, you're pushing yourself. Really the goal is to help artists to improve, because if in 3 months, 6 months, a year, if you're the same artist, your portfolio is the same quality it is today, you're not a good fit for us. We're looking for artists. Doesn't matter if you're an amateur hobbyist or the greatest professional. We want to see people actively growing, which means that they've got to plug in at a really high level. So we have some great artists that do that. We also share referrals. So we've got a handful of people that have personally told me, Shane, I've literally gotten business from members of this Arizona Creative Professional Group referring me. And I love that. In fact, I even refer other photographers for photo shoots that either I can't do or I just won't do because it's not my genre of photography. Or maybe I'm already booked for something. So I look for opportunities to do that. And it's a great way to know who really is quality, that you can say, hey, here's somebody that you should call. I can't shoot that, or I can't model for that event, but this is somebody that you can trust, and they're going to do a great job for you. So it's really nice having that kind of environment. The other thing that we look to do is answer any and every question that you have about your art. So we're going to be bringing in top makeup artists, top designers, top photographers to share their tips and tricks with us. We're also going to be helping you create your own portfolio. We're going to be doing a print portfolio workshop. That's going to be coming up. We've got a midnight laboratory event coming up. And the idea behind that is to take your wildest, craziest, maybe it's your most difficult idea, something you've never tried before and has a really high chance of failing. Bring that idea to that shoot and mastermind around it on how to execute it at a really high level. So the Arizona Creative Professionals is definitely the best thing going on right now. Back when I started it about 9 months ago, it was just me and a handful of other artists. As of today, we've got over 340 active members, and we have over 215 members pending. These are just people that we just haven't got to yet. Like I said, we do a couple vouching processes each week. We try to get to 30 to 40 of them. And if you want to plug in check out Arizona Creative Professionals on Facebook. I hope this helps, guys. We look at adding a ton of value to you. We want to help you actually create a business around what you do so that you can do this full time if you choose, at the very least, to improve your skills and your talents as an artist and expand what is possible and what you thought was possible for you. I hope this helps. Take care.